What is up, everybody? Whew. I apologize, just a few minutes late, but don't have a whole lot to blame it on. But we're live now. You are witnessing me getting my very first drink. So haven't been sipping a little bit. Just got into my hotel, just here for work. So we're just gonna start it off. A little different. Don't have a whole lot prepared. We're just gonna talk some action, talk some sports. Nothing wrong with that. Just finished a ye old bottle there, so didn't even have time to go stop by the ice machine here at the hotel. So we're still the Betting on the Rocks podcast. I'm of course your host Zach Rieger. So we're gonna do a little bit of betting neatly today. That's what we're gonna do, and kind of a neat Sunday, not so neat Saturday. But before I fully dive into it, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I would really appreciate it at Zach Rieger 18, and then to check out my picks at Betting Rocks Pod. And then, of course, I'm on the awesome GTD Sports Network on their YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that. They're on TikTok as well. Go follow them. Constantly putting out new blogs, constantly tweeting out a ton of action, a ton of TikToks, ton of everything. And man, oh man. Let's get into this. Let's first sip. Work is done. It's now officially Monday night. Well, Monday evening. Officially, 5 o'clock somewhere. That's nice. That is nice. First sip just hits different. Let me tell you. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk some action. Let's recap a little bit of what we're doing. So let's get going with a little hold up, wait for it. A weekend recap. Man, so I talked last week how the sad boy hours were playing a little bit too much. Had to be the stereotypical whiskey drinker that I am. Sadness. Gotta have the whiskey when you're sad. But now I'm even sadder. So not great there. Not ideal. Worst college football slate by far. College has been where I've been hitting. I was hitting at 60% heading into the day. Now I don't even want to look at my percentage. Worst day I think it was my worst betting day ever, honestly. I really think it was. I was trying to think back, last college basketball, those Saturdays where you put 10 plays out there, 8 plays. Try to think of all the big days. Super Bowl wasn't great, but Super Bowl I was still able to make some money on some plus blue Gatorade for the win. It had to have been my worst day ever. I don't know what happened in college football. I was tweeting that. I was like, what is college football today? Nothing made sense. No, absolutely. Kansas was beating the number 3 team in the country. That was hilarious just all in itself. Just the way they were like, come on down. You don't have to pay. Come on down. Just to do it. Let's see. College football. Oh, shit. So, all in all, I'm still hitting at 54%. So, all in all, still doing it. Still profitable in college football, but holy shit. 2-9. I went 2-9. 2-9. Oklahoma State, which was easy, and then Louisville over Boston College. And I was kind of leaning Boston College in that game. I was kind of back and forth. So, my girlfriend actually saved me on the Louisville game. Yeah, she makes a pick. That's not new to you guys. And that was her pick. So, realistically, I could have gone 1-9. So, that would have been atrocious. But NC State losing to Miami, Utah losing to Oregon State. Fresno only winning by 2. Temple getting dicked by USF. What the fuck is USF on? Are they good now? No. Liberty losing a lot of the game against North Texas, who just got destroyed by Marshall. Liberty only won by 9. Western Michigan, they got destroyed by Toledo. Wisconsin can put up 30 points. That's news to me. Texas Tech, who was winning the entire game in a pick'em, and then they lose by 1 to K-State. And then Cincy only beats Navy by 7. Like I need a drink after that. Just going through that again. What? Yeah, I just coughed, It's sad. Absolutely sad day. Defeated. That was just one of those Saturdays, The only positive I think I can take from this is that worst betting weekend of, my life. Well, I guess I shouldn't say weekend. Best worst betting day. And yeah, I'm just struggling to come up with words. I'm just sad. The Sad Boy Hours place has been on repeat the past couple weeks now. I'm cold. I'm hurting. I'm cold as the rocks that are normally in my whiskey. That's where I'm at. But, we got out of the way. Normally every season you get bad days. So I got mine out of the way. Things were going a little bit too smooth in college football. Had a little heat check. And, still hitting at 54% though. So after a 2-9, have 11 plays. I haven't had 11 plays since like week 3. And I go 2-9. Anyways, NFL 2-0-1. I will take that one. Up to my units a little bit for NFL, Said to keep it small. I said I was going to keep it small for NFL on a few shows, and that is exactly what I did. Shout out the Bengals. We'll talk about them a little bit later in a not-so-happy sense, but I've given up on that. But Bengals plus 230, sent it, cash so easy. I've never sweated less. And after a Saturday that I had, that was much needed. Needed that like crazy. Packers -8. That was awesome. That one, only being 14 points, but still didn't really sweat. Wasn't really too nervous, even when Washington tied it up. So, like that one was funny because it was kind of closer, but did that. And then Atlanta -2. Don't love because I could have gone 3-0, but I can't complain. The Falcons are going to Falcon, and it didn't result in a loss. It was just a push. I wish I could have gotten them at 1.5, but got them at 2. And that's kind of my NFL little recap with Alan how my bets went. And kind of something I want to do is we are at the week 7 point, and I am ready to recap, or not really recap, but I'm going to check in. Let's check in and see how my futures are doing. I put my futures out very first episode of season 2, and we're going to see how they're doing. If I can pull it up, that would be superb. Here we go. The Betting on the Rocks 2021 NFL win totals. It's good. That's good stuff. The Bullet Rye. Frontier Whiskey. All right. Let's get some of these because I want to look at some of these schedules as well. So, see, a little bit of an outlook, see how they're doing. I'm going to talk myself through this. Let's get this. So the first one that I have, Steelers over 8.5, currently in 4th place in the AFC North, which is just, astounding, but also awesome because the AFC North is very good. We thought the Bengals were going to be the floor of it. They're actually the top and have the tiebreaker over the Ravens now. But Steelers over 8.5 wins. So they need to go 9-8. They're currently 3-3. So, they're right there. They're kind of in the mix. Don't love what I've seen from the Steelers offense. Don't love all that, but got a big game against the Browns. Next week they did have a bye this week. So Browns, we'll just count that as an L. We're still not sure what can happen, but kind of like I said when I was introducing these picks, I like to be kind of pessimistic when you look ahead for the wins, just because you have less room for error. You're a little more pessimistic. So Browns will say is an L. So 3-4. Bears, that should be a win. Lions, that should be a win. So that'd be 5-4 there. Chargers loss. Bengals loss. Ravens. They haven't played the Ravens yet, have they? No, they haven't. I'll say one of these. I think they can split with the Ravens just because of Steelers-Ravens. That's kind of how it is. I think they're going to split with pretty much everyone except the Bengals. I don't know if they beat them again or if they beat them at all. So 5, we'll say 6 with the Ravens. Vikings, that's a very winnable game, but I'll say an L for now. Titans, we'll say L. Chiefs, not sure. Browns, I think they can win. Then Ravens. So right now I think they're at about 8 wins, but with some toss-ups, with some Vikings, Titans, Chargers, Bengals, even the Chiefs, in Arrowhead, December 26th. That's pretty late. So this one is still in play, but it's not looking like a lock yet. I think it's going to be right kind of on the line of 8 or 9 wins for the Steelers. It's going to go down the stretch. I think they can beat the Vikings, but they're playing some of these teams like Vikings and Titans. They can beat anyone on any given week, and they can lose to anyone in any given week. So, so Steelers is a maybe. We're on the fridge there. We're frisky with that one. So don't feel great about, but also don't feel bad about where the Steelers are at. This next one I'm feeling pretty good about, not going to lie. And that is Eagles under 7 wins. And there's not much to say about the Eagles besides the fact that they are just not good. They're 2-5. And let's see who they have next. I think they're done. They play the Lions next week, and I low-key think the Lions can win this game. But let's just say Eagles win that. That'll be 3. Chargers, no. Broncos at home. I don't think the Eagles win that. Even if they do, okay, that's 4 wins. Saints, no. Giants, no. Jets, they can beat the Jets. So that'll be, 5 wins. Washington, they can maybe win one of those 2 games. That's 6 wins. And I don't know if the Eagles are almost getting to that point. I don't know if they want to win. I'm starting to kind of get that vibe. They have a lot of picks this year. They have their pick. Then I believe they have the Dolphins and the Colts picks. So, could be some high draft capital there. The Eagles just are not good. I think under 7 is going to smash easily. The Titans, this one, 99% of people have Titans over 9. That was ridiculous and terrified me. As of now, we're looking good. I even got my, Titans gear on. It's been a good couple weeks as a Titans fan. And so that's really been saving me with how my bets have gone, especially with college, But yeah, 5-2. Have that one weird loss for the Jets. That's just the Titans. beat good teams, lose to bad teams. Excuse me. Got a big game against the Colts. This would be huge. This would, unless something drastic were to happen, this would really give the Titans a huge advantage. Like, things would look very likely for them to win the AFC South in back-to-back years if they sweep the Colts. It's kind of nice. It's kind of interesting that they're playing the Colts twice very early on. Like, normally the Colts Titans, and you'd think with the scheduling, everyone knew whoever was going to win this division, it's the Colts or the Titans. Everyone either had the Colts, everyone either had the Titans, the Jaguars and Texans or whatever. So it's really interesting that they didn't make one of these games a late season game where, it might matter a little bit more. It could get flexed into prime time, could do one of those things. So yeah, that's pretty interesting to me. Just with that, I thought about that for a little bit, but nonetheless, so they're going into Indianapolis. Let's just say, like I said, pessimistic, we'll say L. So they're 5-2, 5-3. Rams, we'll say L. 5-4. Hosting the Saints, I think that's a win. 6-4. Texans win. Patriots at New England. That's going to be a tough one. We can say L there. Win. See, this is going to be really interesting when it comes to my totals. So then they finish out after the Jaguars. I'll read through their schedule after. Yeah. So it's Titans at the Colts, Titans at the Rams, Saints at Titans, then Texans, Patriots, Jaguars, Steelers, Niners, Dolphins, Texans. So there's easily 4 winnable games in there, 5 winnable games in there to avoid the push. But that Titans-Steelers game is going to be interesting for me. It could be some playoff implications, some division implications for both teams. For me personally, both my futures, we'll see. That could be kind of funny. And then, so I feel pretty good about it right now where the Titans are at. I tweeted out yesterday. I was like, the Titans are the best team in the NFL when they want to be. So we just have to make sure, they continue to want to be the best team in the league. AFC is wild right now. Bengals, Raiders, and Titans are the top 3 seeds in the AFC. So that's awesome. Love that. Let's see. This next one. Love this one. Absolutely love this one. I should have put more futures on them to win the division to make playoffs. I was close to it. Ended up not doing it. But, it is what it is. Cardinals over 8.5 wins. Boys, they're 7-0. 2 more. They need 2 more wins. And yes, they have a tough Thursday night game against the Packers. I kind of want to bet Cardinals. I told you I'm not as prepared this time. But we're talking, so I haven't even looked at the early lines. Let me check them out. NFL Week 8 opening lines. Let's check it. I want to see these Cardinals odds. Cardinals -3. Kind of what I thought. I was hoping it would be a little bit of a smaller number, but I mean, I'm at the point I think I have to just bet the Cardinals. I think a lot of people are going to be on oh no. What is going on? Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be on the Packers. But I mean, the Cardinals just continue to win and cover. Let's see, they're 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the only game they haven't covered was the Vikings game where they won by 1 in week 2. Yeah, that's the only game they haven't covered. Yeah, so I think I gotta go Cardinals there. That's gonna be an awesome Thursday night game. We actually have a great Thursday night game. Love it. Love it. Love it. But yeah, so the Cardinals are currently 7-0. They have the Packers, then the Niners, so 2 losable games. Then Panthers, they should win. Seahawks, they should win. Bears, they should win. Lions, they should win. And I got them at 8.5. Colts, Cowboys, Seahawks again, Rams. All these teams, that was a little out of order, but Cardinals over 8.5. If this hits, let's say if this hits in like 9 weeks, they go to 9-0 somehow. That'd be all time. Like I don't know what I would do. That'd be all time. Falcons. This one's going to be interesting. So let me see. They just won 3. Yeah, so they're 3-3. They've had their bye. It's funny because I have the futures in the back of my mind, but when I'm betting week to week, you just look at the spreads and you're just completely different. Like I bet on Falcons to win by 1.5, to win by 2. But then I have their under. I have Falcons under 7.5. So, they can have 4 more wins. And let's see, they're hosting the Panthers. That's winnable. At the Saints, I don't think so. Cowboys don't think so. Patriots don't think so. Jaguars, they could win that. Bucks, no. Panthers, again, winnable. Lions, Niners, Bills, Saints. Yeah, I mean this one I think is going to be close. I think they could be around 7 wins. No, I think it's going to be 7 or 8 wins. I think that's another sharp line in Vegas. So I'm excited to talk about this next one. Broncos under 8.5. What did I say when I was talking in the first show where I was introducing these, telling you all my futures? I said the Broncos, I'm going to sweat because they're going to go 3-0, and I bet they're under win total because they were playing the Giants, the Jaguars, and the Jets. And I was like, that's 3 winnable games. And I was like, I'm going to be sweating this. But then after that, I shouldn't be worried because Ravens, they lost. Steelers, they lost. Raiders, they lost. Browns, they lost. Now they have Washington, Dallas, Philly, the Chargers, Chiefs, Lions, Bengals, Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs. So a lot of divisional games left for the Broncos, which is not good since the AFC West is very, very good. So out of wins, they can beat Washington this week. I think they can. They're at home. I think they can beat the Eagles, so that'll be 2. So that'd be 5 wins. They can beat the Lions. That'd be 6 wins. I mean, I think they'll win, against Raiders, Chargers, or Chiefs maybe once. Probably not, but you just got to think with those divisional games. So that's 3. So yeah, I think this under is looking very good right now. Just they can't move the ball. Their defenses regress now that they're playing offenses. Yeah, this Broncos under feels good, and it's just funny because I was like, they're gonna go 3-0, and I'm gonna have the under 8.5, and I'm gonna be sweating, and it is what it is. This next one, let's see. This one's gonna be interesting. So the New England Patriots, they're currently 3-4, second place in the AFC East. 3-4. Their record really should be better. Not to make excuses, but Dolphins, they should have beat week 1. Damian Harris fumbled heading into where they were just kind of running out the clock to kick a field goal to win. Destroyed the Jets twice. They just did it again on Sunday. Saints got destroyed but could beat the Buccaneers, could beat the Cowboys, barely beat the Texans. So this team's interesting, but seems like they're on the right track. So I have Patriots over 9.5, so they need to hit 10 wins, which starting 3-4. Might be a tough task, but they've been in pretty much every game. They're going on the road to the Chargers. Don't love that. Then they're playing the Panthers. Think they can win that. Browns, I think that's a loss. The Falcons, I think that's a win, so that'd be 5 wins. the Titans, so maybe we'll just say it for here, just because we'll say 6. Bills, no. Colts, they could win 6, 7. Jaguars, yes, 8. Not. Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are going to hit. I think they're going to hit 9. But they're hosting a lot of games. This one's going to be interesting. I don't know if this one hits. I think it's going to be close, but I think they'll probably hit 9 wins. Probably go 9-8. But yeah, some of these games, like the Dolphins one really hurts. And then both the Bucs and the Cowboys, just both of those could have been and honestly should have been wins. So that one hurts a little bit. And then this last one, I'm not even going to pull up the record. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about Bengals money line. I have the Bengals under 6.5. Hands up, whatever you want to say. That one's on me. That was a bad L. And now I'm just kind of rooting for them. It's over. We're not worried about it anymore. The Bengals are at 5-2, which is kind of fun. I like that. Like the chaos. Their defense is much. Their defense and offensive line, that was kind of what went into it. And they look a lot better than I thought. So, that's whatever. But yeah, so Steelers is still a lot of kind of fringe, but Cardinals is looking good. Eagles is looking good. Titans is looking good. Broncos, I think, is looking good. And yeah, I think there's only one true L right now. That's the Bengals. But then, Patriots is kind of leaning that way. Steelers is going to be a toss-up. Still a lot of toss-ups here. But yeah, let's kind of get – I guess I should probably do my Monday night plays. Let's switch it up here. Get into some of these. I'm excited about this one. So Seahawks, Saints tonight. The Seattle Seahawks are at home. I have a fun little same-game parlay. Did not do very good last Monday night, but I didn't really care because Titans won, and I had Titans +6 and Titans money line, so I did not care. Really didn't care about the parlay. But yeah, this one's feeling pretty good. So I'll say, let's just get into the parlay. So parlay Seahawks +4.5. Gerald Everett anytime touchdown score. Tyler Lockett over 46.5 receiving yards. And then Alvin Kamara to score a touchdown. Those are the 4. That's what it is. And then I don't have Kamara to score a touchdown as a single play just because that was like minus. And that was a ridiculous amount. Not worth it at all. But nice little booster to a parlay. But I do have Seahawks +4.5. Gerald Everett +500 to score a touchdown. I'm just feeling it. Seems like a day he can he'll get targeted in the end zone. Feels good. And then Tyler Lockett over 46.5 receiving yards. I know there's Geno Smith. I know he's been kind of underperforming, but 46.5 is just too low. With the player Tyler Lockett is, he can make that in one play, and it's a primetime game. Tyler Lockett always comes out in primetime games. I know he had one last week too, but that just means he's more due. So love 46.5 a lot for Tyler Lockett. Those are my plays, pretty Seahawks heavy. And nothing wrong with that. So Gerald Everett anytime touchdown, that's the big one. I think that's the big one. If that hits, we're looking very nice. Looking very nice. It's like plus 1,500, 15, 16 something. I'd have to check again what exactly I got it at, but that's my Monday night plays. We'll kind of wrap up the show with a nice little look ahead. I guess I'll pause just to give a shout out to GTD Sports. Again, go follow them. Check out their website, gtdsports.com. Very happy, that I'm a part of this network. I'm here every Monday, 5:30 Central Time. Just sipping some whiskey. The Mondays are tough, but we have Monday Night Football. We have some whiskey. Can't complain. Cannot complain. All right. And also follow Betting on the Rocks on Twitter, Betting Rocks Pod, Betting on the Rocks TikTok. I'm going to start posting some more of those. Haven't posted in a while. And then, you can follow me as well if you think I'm funny. I don't know. That I might lose followers, actually. Sports. Yeah, let's check out some of these opening lines. Like I said, this week, not as prepped, not as looking at all these games to look at beforehand, but let's kind of look through college. I know the slate's going to be a lot better than last week's slate on a lot of reasons. There weren't a ton of big games, and also maybe things will make sense again. Let's see. Cincy's 24.5 against Tulane. Cincy should smash, but now I don't know. Iowa is a dog against Wisconsin. Iowa's plus 3.5. Yeah, everyone's going to be on Iowa. Yeah, right now consensus is 80% Iowa. That's interesting. Did Iowa have a bye week last week? I don't remember hearing anything about Iowa. Let me see. I lost to Purdue. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, Iowa was on their bye. Wow. Plus 3.5, plus 145 money line. I think Iowa does it, but man, I don't know. That might be a trap. Wow. I know Iowa lost Purdue and Wisconsin just beat Purdue, but still, that's crazy. Michigan State. This should be a fun one. Michigan's minus 4.5. Kind of like Michigan. They're on the road, Michigan State, but kind of like Michigan. Even though 4.5 for a pretty good Michigan State team at home. Yeah, that could be kind of a tough one. Rutgers, Illinois. I'm staying away from that game. Love Rutgers. Hate Illinois. Spread's only 1.5. Now falling for it again. Maryland's favored by 5 over Indiana. I kind of like this. I might just start doing this. Just catch my live reactions to these lines instead of coming prepared. You actually get to see what I'm thinking. What has Maryland done? Did I miss something? Has Maryland, looked good? No, they just got destroyed by Minnesota. Maryland's been destroyed every game. I know Indiana, has their issues. Yeah, I mean, 54-7 to Ohio State, but Ohio State is one of the best teams in the country. I mean, Maryland's home, so I guess they get a little bump. I like Indiana. I really like Indiana plus 5. Looks like the spread's on it's like the public as of now. I mean, it's Monday, so it can always change, but just like a lot of people are going to be on Maryland. Indiana plus 5. It might be tough to bet on Indiana, but I can't take Maryland minus 5 like that. That just seems too much. Oh no, but yeah, kind of like Indiana a little bit. Texas is plus 2.5 against Baylor. These lines, I'm already talking about these lines, but honestly, just looking at this slate, just watching the games is going to be so much more fun. Baylor. Oh, no, that actually makes sense. What am I talking about? I was getting way into my head with all these games. No, Baylor minus 2.5 makes sense a lot. I like Baylor. I don't know why I was just that was bad on my part. That was just like no, Baylor should definitely be the favorite, especially at home. Yeah, no, they should 100% be the favorite. No, I like Baylor in that one. 2.5. Pitt minus 10 against Miami. Liberty minus 36 against UMass. Has UMass won a game yet? No, I don't know if they have. I think their over-under was like 1.5. Let's see. Oh, yep, they beat UConn. They beat UConn 27-13. Liberty, Rhode Island. Some good ones. Let's see. Keep scrolling on down. Oh, Mizzou, Vanderbilt. Ugh. Oh, that's ugly. Mizzou's favored by 16 points. They shouldn't be favored by anyone. Their own 7 against the spread. But Vandy's bad and Mizzou's so bad. That's ugly. Let's see. Ew, Hawaii. I hate when Hawaii plays like 3:00 games. I hate it. They need the midnight games. Purdue's plus 7.5 to Nebraska. Wow, that screams Purdue plus 7.5. Nebraska shouldn't. I mean, they've been covering well, and they're coming off a bye. I guess that's probably what it is. But man, Boston College plus 5.5. Boston College has been falling off, and I still want to bet them, but I don't know if I can. Let's see. Let's keep on scrolling. Oklahoma minus 20 against Texas Tech. That is a large number. That is a large number. Texas Tech might be the play there. 20, that's a lot for – I mean, if Oklahoma clicks and figures it out, yeah, they can win by 50, but it's just will they? Wow, yeah, that's a big number. Oregon minus 24 against Colorado. Yeah. Clemson's minus 10 against Florida State. Can Clemson go 0-8 against the spread? Just hammer Florida State. Looks like the public's on Florida State right now, 81%. Plus 10. Clemson, man, what is going on there? Georgia, Florida. Georgia's minus 14. Florida, 14-point dogs. 14-point home dogs. But, I mean, that's Georgia. That doesn't really matter. Georgia minus 14. Hopefully I can find them 13.5 somewhere, but I bet that line's going to move in the other way. That's going to go to 14.5, 15. 15.5 even by the time we get to Saturday. Who knows? Duke, Wake Forest. Wake Forest is minus 16.5. Have a big number, but still like Wake Forest a lot. 70 points, man. That was awesome. That was fun to watch. Boise State, Colorado State. Boise State's 2.5 road favorites. I apologize for this yawning. I have not slept a lot these last few days. I've just been on the road, traveling all over. Definitely not bored of these lines, that's for sure. Oklahoma State minus 30.5 against Kansas. That's funny, but yeah, Kansas already had their day by being up in the second half against Oklahoma. That's their Super Bowl. That's their national championship. Kentucky 1-point favorites against Mississippi State. Kentucky had their bye, didn't they? I think they did. Yeah, 16. Yep, they had their bye. I love Kentucky in that, and so does the public. Love Kentucky minus 1 on the road, even, but coming off a bye, they're the much better team, in my opinion. Oregon State, California. That spreads 1.5. Oregon State road favorites. Auburn minus 2.5 over Ole Miss. That's an interesting one. Ole Miss being dogs. That's interesting. That one I could see going either way. That one I don't know if I'll make a play or not. NC State minus 7 on Louisville. Love NC State, even though they keep doing me dirty. I guess I shouldn't say that. This was the first time they did me dirty. Notre Dame, 3.5-point favorites over North Carolina. Penn State, Ohio State. This sucks. 18.5. If Penn State would have won, this spread would have been so much better. But they had to lose in 9 overtimes in a game that still went under to Illinois. If they would have won that game, even decently, they didn't have to kill them. Like if they won by 10, 14, they just would have won decently. This spread is a whole lot different. It's maybe 10.5, something like that. I don't know. It's just a lot, maybe even less. But 18.5. Ohio State, I think, still going to cover, but been awesome. Utah 6.5-point favorites against UCLA. Wow. That screams UCLA, and yeah, the public understands. Fresno State, San Diego State. That's going to be a fun late night game. Okay. I'm fine that Hawaii's at 3 because Fresno State, San Diego State at 10:30. That's going to be a good one. Oh, no, I kind of – looks like a lot of people are in San Diego State right now, -1. I kind of like Fresno. That's going to be a fun one. I like that. Saturday, October 30th, Halloween weekend. Going to be at the bars. Oh, I'm probably going to responsibly spend put way too much on Fresno. That's going to be fun. I like that a lot. Yeah, let's check out some NFL lines, and we'll get out of here and let you place your bets. Sports. Let's get it. Let's just kind of run through some of these. Because I still got to tweet out my picks. I think I'm running late on that. Oh no, I'm still fine. So part of all this traveling is switching all these time zones, and so my laptop is still Central Time, and I'm in Mountain Time right now. So my phone's fine. So yeah, no, we still got an hour till kickoff, so we're chilling there. Let's just check out. Let's go back to some of these opening lines for NFL. Week 8 NFL opening lines. It's kind of fun just seeing these and just kind of reacting. All right, let's check out some of these. All right. This one has Cardinals -3.5. That's ugly. I'm fine with 3, but 3.5. I hate 3.5s. In the NFL, that's so tough. Falcons 2.5 favorites over the Panthers. Could you imagine? That's funny. Could you imagine seeing that line back in week 3 or like right after week 3 when the Panthers were 3-0 and the Falcons were the Falcons? Seeing them be 2.5-point favorites. That's funny. But I mean, honestly, initial thoughts lean Falcons there. You have to. Bills -13 over the Dolphins. Yep. Niners -3.5 against the Bears. This one I don't hate. This 3.5 is a little less ugly. Browns -3. That was good. I need to stop yawning, man. I'm struggling. I just have not slept in all weekend or all week. And I've just been on the road. But that's what this is for. Wake me up a little bit. Man, I don't even cough. I'm struggling on. I'm struggling on multiple areas right now. All right, Browns -3.5. Yeah, we're gonna have to get out of here before I completely just ruin everything and don't have a good podcast anymore. Lions +3.5 hosting the Eagles. Absolutely love the Lions in that. Titans are 0.5 favorites right now. So pretty much -1 on the road against the Colts. That's going to be another stay away game because I don't even want to worry about my money. I already have enough emotionally on the line. And no, I'm not going to emotionally hedge. Bengals -9.5 against the Jets. Really could be a letdown spot for the Bengals coming off a huge win, but it's the Jets. So not really. What's the spread? Rams 14.5 against the Texans. I mean, Rams struggled with the 14.5 spread last week, but that's all. They're playing the Texans now. Chargers -5.5 against the Patriots. Chargers are home. I want to do some more digging on that one. Patriots might be an interesting play there. Might have a fun play. But Chargers are coming off the bye week. Keenan, though, didn't practice, so we'll see. Not super concerned with it being a Monday, but something to maybe keep an eye on. Seahawks -3.5 against the Jags. That number is very low, but that's 100% going to change, especially after tonight. Broncos are 3-point favorites against Washington football team. That's understandable. Bucks 4.5-point favorites over the Saints. That one might change tonight too. Sunday night game, Cowboys at Vikings. Cowboys are 2.5-point road favorites. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Both teams coming off a bye. Then this Monday night game, Chiefs are 9.5. Hosting the Giants. I like the Giants a lot. I thought this would be more of like an 8.5. That would be my guess. So yeah, I kind of like the Giants in that. Just kind of a fun one. It's in Kansas City. Could be tough, but is what it is. But all right. That'll do it for this show. Season 2, episode 5, going crazy. So thank you all so much for tuning in, listening. And once again, I'll read off my Monday night picks. Seahawks plus 4.5. Gerald Everett to score touchdown. Tyler Lockett over 46.5 receiving yards. And then my parlay with those 3, and then adding on a Kamara anytime touchdown. Let's have ourselves a night. Let's do it. Peace out. Really appreciate it all. Cheers. And we'll talk soon.